Ahoy. Can you hear me? Yes? Ahoy. My name is Luang John, and actually this is my second time in Czech Republic. The first time I came, it was 11 years ago, 3 months before I became a monk. Before I became a monk, I was a student in Norway. I studied computers 10 years. Then you may have a question, why did I decide to become a monk? It was not because I had a wonderful dream that one day in my life I would become a monk. I was trying to escape because I didn't want to become a monk at all. This is probably the last thing in my life that I would do. But because when I was in Norway, I was stressed. Any PhD student here? Okay, master? Yeah. Doing thesis, especially in the winter when I didn't see the sun a lot. I went to university 9 o'clock, the sun was still yet to rise, and I came home about 4 o'clock, it set already. So I didn't see the sun, maybe a lot of work. And when I was doing like a talk with my mom, maybe she was seeing me with a grumpy face. And she asked me, would you meditate? And my answer was, no thanks, because I didn't believe that meditation would help me. I was a very rational guy. I did a lot of programming, and I thought, or maybe I believed, that every problem in the world can be solved with computer. But after a year of persuading, eventually maybe because of I was a little bit annoyed, I decided to try meditation for the first time. It didn't work on the very first time, but after a few times it started to make some sense. My mind was clearer. I started to enjoy my life better. So I started to fall in love with meditation. After few years, and I started to get involved with more meditation projects. When I was about to finish my PhD study, I decided to become a monk. And this is something that my mom was also asking me for 10 years. Because in my country, Thailand, anyone who's been to Thailand before, or many people, then you probably know that Thailand is a very warm country, right? There's a joke that we have 3 seasons, hot, hotter, and hottest. So basically, one thing that you might not know about Thailand is, it is also a cultural thing that once in our life, we have to become a monk. It is seen like a training that even though you are not going to become a monk for the rest of your life, but you can return to the society, being a good citizen, maybe a good boyfriend, or maybe a good husband, or maybe a good father, a good family leader, or a good citizen of society. So this is kind of an expectation that many people have towards their children, their son, or something like that. And this is something that I didn't want to do. Again, I was a very rational guy. I didn't believe in any spiritual path, any kind of things like that. But because she kept asking me, and I postponed for 10 years, I always used my study as an excuse that let me finish my bachelor first, and then I went on to finish my master. And then she asked again, let me finish my master first, and then I went on to study my PhD, and she asked again. And when I was about to finish my PhD, I had no more excuse, so I thought, okay, maybe I would do it for 2 months, and those 2 months already have become 11 years. And this is who I am today. Okay? But before we talk about mindfulness, I would like to share with you one story. A story came to my mind. At that time, when I was in Norway, I have a friend. She's a girl from Czech Republic. Her name, I think, was Božena or something. Is that like a typical Czech name? Okay. Yeah, I still remember her name. we had a languages class together, but don't worry, there's no romantic things about that. Okay? No fantasy. We were studying like Norwegian class together, and maybe like a few times a week, we were riding a bus back to university. She was also a PhD student as well. She was always complaining about one thing. She had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was from the Netherlands. And he asked her to go with him to the Netherlands. But she really loved the nature. She didn't want to go from Norway. She didn't want to leave Norway. So she asked me many times, until one day, she told me later, I didn't even realize that moment, that I told her, you know, I think you should go to the Netherlands because they have tulips, and tulips are beautiful. And then we didn't meet for maybe few months, and one day she texted me. She said that she wanted to treat me dinner. And while I was having the dinner, she told me that because of me, she have made the biggest decision in her life to go to the Netherlands. And I was shocked. You know, because at that time, I wasn't aware that something I said would have changed people's life. At that time, I wasn't even a monk. So I'm just a boy, a man, that would just say something randomly, just to get it out of my annoyance. But my words changed her life. Few years later, after I ordained as Buddhist monk, I started to realize that this is the meaning of mindfulness. I think we are aware that one meaning of mindfulness is, first, you know what you are doing, right? But there is one additional meaning of mindfulness. You also know about the consequences of what you're doing. If what you're doing is going to lead to maybe positive consequences, negative consequences as well. In my case, my word led to huge consequences. Maybe to her, I'm not sure if she's still in the Netherlands or she's back in Czech Republic already. We have no contact, but at least she, Bochena, made that huge decisions in her life. So, our life is about making different decisions, right? Do you remember how many decisions have you made today? 1, 2, 3. Even if you would come to this workshop, did you already make some decisions between this workshop and maybe movies, going home, having dinner, having fun? There is a book, and from that book is a story of a girl, another girl. I'm not really sure if she's also from Czech Republic or maybe from Romania. The book is called Co-organised Mind, and it gives a very interesting example. A girl, she lived in the US, and one day her professor asked her whether living in US is easy or difficult. And she said, you know, I came from maybe Romania. I came from Romania, and I think living in US is not easy. And the professor asked why. She said, you know, in my country, if I were to buy a pen, making a decision of one pen to buy would probably take 5 minutes. Maybe thinking whether she would buy that pen or not. But in the bookstore, there are only 3 kinds of pens. But in the US, you have 50 varieties of pens. So if I would need to try every pen, that would be more than 2 hours. So living in the US is not easy. That is from the book. But what about our life? We have to take so many decisions, right? About what? About what to eat, about what to do, maybe short-term decisions, long-term decisions. And every time that we take decisions, we have to be very, very mindful, right? If we are not mindful when taking decisions, maybe our decisions can be wrong. I actually have a very interesting video to show to you. And in this video, from Japan, they're going to do an experiment. And this experiment is, whenever someone is speaking on the phone, if the person is given something, the person is going to receive no matter what. What do you think? If you were on a phone and someone's giving you a pen, will you receive the pen or not? Yes? No? Okay? Let's take a look at this video because it's pretty interesting. Okay, so someone is going to make a call to the person on the left. The person picks up the phone and then he will be given something out of the blue. So let's see, there are different levels. The first level is microphone. Okay, so what if a girl, I think she's an actor, what if she's given a microphone when she's on the phone? Will she receive that? And now she's on the phone. While she's talking on the phone, someone is going to come and then give her microphone. And she just accepts that. She doesn't even know about it. She said that maybe she was concentrating on the phone too much. And level 2 could be very interesting. And the target is an actor. Okay, the rest you can watch on YouTube. What do you think? What happened? Why people who was talking on the phone, someone just give something to them out of the blue, they just receive it. So what happens? It's automatic, right? I think this may depend on different countries as well. Maybe in Japan, they have a habit of being very polite when someone gives you something you receive. Might not be true in other countries, but maybe you're interested in proving later on. Not now, okay? But one thing that I also got from the book Organized Mind, it says that our mind have bandwidth. You know, bandwidth is amount of data that the mind can process. And when we are concentrating on something, we use more than half of the bandwidth already. So when those people were talking on the phone, they were already used half of the bandwidth, and they could not have enough bandwidth for making other decisions. Right? Good. So we need to have enough bandwidth the whole time. But these days, because what we call the mind, okay? Now we're going to focus on the word, the mind. What exactly is the mind? If I were to compare the mind, I'm going to make it very simple. We as human beings, we have two things, body and mind, okay? We're not going to talk about something more complicated like soul, spirit, or any kind of sort. Very simple. Something you can touch, called the body. Something that you cannot, called the mind. Okay? Good. And if I would compare the mind with maybe software of computer, this is my expertise, software. Software controls the hardware, and at the same time, the mind controls the body. Okay? Think about yourself. If you like, okay, what is your favorite food? Just pineapple? Okay? Why not? Suppose that you like pineapple so much, but one day your mind is troubled, maybe because of your work, your responsibilities, you have a lot of worries in the mind, and you eat exactly the same pineapple. My question is, can you enjoy it in the same way? No? So, the mind really influences our life, the way we think, the way we speak, the way we do, the way we feel, right? But our mind has one nature. It thinks a lot. Ever since you come to this room, how many thoughts have you been having so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? A lot? A lot, right? If your mind is like that, congratulations, you are just like everyone else on the planet, because our mind has a job to think. If your mind cannot think, that's a problem. But we have another problem, because when we think about one thing, before the mind has a conclusion, it moves to the next thought. And before we can have a conclusion to the second thought, the mind moves to the third one, to the fourth one, to the fifth one, coming back to the first one again. Is that happening sometimes? Or all the time? If it happens all the time, you have to do something. Why? Because your mind is full of thoughts. And if your mind is full of thoughts, it doesn't have enough space or bandwidth to make proper decisions, right? If we need a lot of bandwidth, more than half, to make good decisions, but your mind is full of thoughts, worry, problems, study, work, life, everything. Your mind has little space to feel peace and happiness. So one simple solution to this, very simple. You just need to learn to stop thinking. And that is called meditation. If you thought that meditation is about any kind of supernatural power, today you come here, you meet a monk, and he has some power, and he uses his power to clean your mind, and then you go home feeling happy ever after. That's going to be too good to be true. And I don't have any supernatural power. I hope you don't feel disappointed. Or you do? You are here just to meet me and I use my power to clean your mind? I'm sorry, I don't have that power. And I don't do Kung Fu either, FYI. Many people, when they look at me, okay, is he going to kick my butt? No, I don't do Kung Fu, Muay Thai either. Not anything like that, okay? So you are safe, don't worry. Alright? If we stop our mind from thinking, is that easy? No. Okay. Let's make it our goal, okay? So, what if I say that the goal of meditation, the expected result is the mind stands still, peaceful, and focused. This is the goal. Even though we are yet to reach the goal, but we are using slightly different method, okay? We are going to think. But we are going to think only one thing, one at a time, okay? Deal? Easier? Easier. And how does it work? Let me show you another video. Quite a lot of videos. I have to choose. A high-tech monk.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make?
Okay. There are two teams, white and black, going to pass the ball, and you are going to count, right? Going to count. Are you ready? Which team? White. Okay, white. Are you ready? How many? 13? 14? Anyone give 15? Okay, 13, right? Let's look at the answer.
The answer is 13.
Very good.
But did you see the moonwalking bear?
Yes. You see the bear now? So, on the first round, many of you were counting, you didn't see the bear. And on the second round, many of you were looking at the bear, you could not count either, right? So this proves what we just mentioned, that our mind works only one thing. Very good, one at a time. With this nature, we are going to focus, for example, on our breathing, okay? I'm going to ask you to breathe, but in meditation, it's also how you do it, okay? Suppose that if I were to give you this marker, if I give you this way or this way, you get the marker, but not the same way, right? Maybe it hits your head and you get hurt. So, the way we breathe, we're going to breathe softly, slowly, and deeply. As deep as you can. And that's why meditation is both art and science. Science is not enough. The artistic part, every moment counts. Okay? Every moment. The way you close your eye, you're not going to close your eye like this. This is not going to work in meditation. That's why many people fail. Because people thought that meditation is about focus. But meditation is about balance. Okay? Not to relax and not to concentrate either. Okay? You need to do two things at the same time. And we are used to doing one thing, one at a time. When we relax, we relax. When we concentrate, we concentrate. But we never really try to concentrate, yet feeling relaxed. And this is the secret of meditation, okay? So from today, I'm going to maybe guide you to meditation. And every moment you are going to also relax. Alright? Let's do it. I would like to ask you to observe your breathing. If you breathe softly, slowly, and deeply, I would like you to observe how deep you can go inside your body. Let's do it, okay? Breathe in deeply, softly, slowly. Feel the breath all the way to the middle of your body, and then you breathe out. Do it again. Breathe in deeply, softly, slowly. Feel the breath going all the way to the middle of your stomach, and then you breathe out. Great. Can you feel when the air is arriving and maybe touching an empty space in your stomach? Anyone? Can you feel that? Okay, if you can feel that, can you raise your hands? Good. Alright. Because if you breathe deeply, your body expands like a balloon. It is like a balloon that is inflated by the air, right? And that is how you can also observe the amount of air that is reaching the middle of your stomach. Good? Excellent. And this observation, we're going to do it here, the center of your body. This place is also called the center of gravity. And if you keep your mind at the center of the balance, then your mind feels more balanced. We're going to talk about it later, okay? But at least you can find the center of your body. Alright? Good? But in the meditation, we can't always rely on our breath. I'm not sure if anyone here has ever experienced, maybe when you were meditating, you did not feel your breath, or you felt like you were not breathing. Anyone? Okay? Were you afraid? Not afraid, right? Okay. Perhaps some of you may experience this one day in the future. Let me tell you right here, right now, that don't be afraid, you're not going to die. Okay? And no one has ever died from meditation. If you don't believe me, you can ask Google. People dying from meditation, just search Google that phrase. Maybe you're going to get zero result. Because no one has ever died. But the thing is, when you lose your breath, sometimes very soft, you didn't actually feel it. You don't know what to do. Some try to breathe again. Some were feeling that they were suffocating. But stay there, okay? Deal? Tonight, you're not going to be afraid, alright? Tonight, okay? And you're not going to die. Remember, if that happens. But because of the problem, we don't have the breath to catch the mind anymore. Then we are going to use some other techniques. And the second technique that might be very useful is what we call the mantra. Alright? The mantra is just some words that we keep repeating in the mind, because sometimes we can be easily distracted by external noises. For example, some people drop something like this. If you were meditating and there is some sound like this, so please also make sure you switch off your mobile phone, okay? Good? That could be disturbing, and that could take you out of meditation. But if you repeat some words in your mind, for example, clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright. Or you can translate into Shristi Ayasni, Shristi Ayasni, Shristi Ayasni. I was in Africa a few weeks ago, and we used Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Okay, anything that you can repeat, but it should not be like a whole song. It's going to be too long. Something repetitive with positive meaning, that will do. Or you might want to try the mantra that I bring as souvenir to all of you, okay? And this mantra is Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. The word Samma means the right way, and the word Arahang means the purest state of the mind. Okay? Alright? Yes?
What is more powerful? If the mantra is practiced on the inner side, so
yes,
words, or externally?
Well, it should be internally, because at some point you're going to feel that your mouth becomes super heavy because you're going to feel very relaxed. If you keep repeating verbally, that is going to, become a little obstacle, so you can't withdraw from the 5 senses. And let's see if we can withdraw to some extent on the 5 senses, okay? So let me be the only one in the room that repeat the mantra for you tonight. Alright? Good? Then, there is one more technique that I like you to try as well. Do you remember the basketball video we watched earlier? You remember, right? What if we can imagine a picture in the mind, so that picture is going to prevent other pictures to appear in the mind? Okay? What if I ask you, can you imagine the sun in the sky? Can you do that? Yes, you can, right? It's very simple. It's like you just add another Photoshop layer. If that makes some sense? No? Okay, don't worry. Can you imagine that there is someone sitting behind you? Can you do that? Yes, right? You don't even have to ask me if that's a boy or a girl, right? You can just imagine someone behind you. Correct? In meditation, it's going to be more powerful if you can imagine something somewhere. So we're going to give positioning, the position of the object that we imagine as well. It's like we actually take a good photo when we want to have very clear focus. We manually adjust the focus ring. Because sometimes, depending on camera, you can have back focus, but if you adjust the focus ring manually, you make sure that you have the right object. And positioning of our objects also matters. Okay? What if I ask you, can you imagine the sun on top of your head? Can you do that? Great. Okay, easy. Can you imagine that you have the sun in your stomach? No? Okay, some people say no. Because again, I would like you today to keep your attention here at the center of your body. So the picture, if you can keep it in your stomach, that would be nice. Right? You can imagine the sun in the sky. Why not the sun in your stomach? This distance is even shorter, right? Okay. Alright, let me change to this. Can you imagine an elephant? Yes. Can you imagine a refrigerator? Okay. I would like you to put the elephant into the fridge in the simplest way possible. What do you do?
Open the fridge. Put the elephant in.
Okay, we have a very good proposal here. Step number 1, open the door. Step number 2, put the elephant inside. And step number 3, close the door, right? Very easy. If you were worried, what about my vegetable? What about my eggs? What about all the sheets? If the elephant is too big, the fridge is too small, then this is a little bit too complicated, and we don't need that in meditation. There's no meaning for that, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. Step number 1, open your mouth. Step number 2, put the sun inside and swallow it. Step number 3, you close your mouth. And now the sun is in your stomach. Right? Easy. Alright? So make it easy. And that's why I think Albert Einstein, he said that the solutions to the most complicated problems in the world should be simple. or you can't solve the problems with the mind that created it. So meditation should be simple. Don't make it difficult, okay? Alright? So, we're ready to try the meditation. Are you ready? You're looking forward to it, right? Yes, I've been waiting already. Okay, so let's do it. I'm going to maybe sit down there. Okay, good. Okay, so now we are going to try some meditation. Make sure that you feel comfortable, all right? And make sure that you help each other maintain the environment, especially the sound, by not making any loud noise, because everyone is going to meditate, okay? So, don't lean too much, because that might make you feel too relaxed. And remember, we want to have the balance. 50% relaxation, 50% concentration. If you lean too much, you're going to feel 100% relaxed. And maybe you fall asleep. Okay, if you fall asleep and you started to make a happy noise, please allow your friends to wake you up, okay? If you start making some happy noise. Alright? Okay, so then you can put your hands together on your lap. If you want to make it perfect, but you don't have to, this is what we do in Thailand. We put our right index finger softly touching our left thumb. Okay? And then we place the right hand over the left hand. And we place them on our lap. And if you pull them towards yourself, your back is naturally straight. Great. This is how we measure the length of our shoulders, our chest. This is a little bit too narrow. This is too wide. But this is the balance. Okay? But don't worry too much. I'm just showing you. Maybe you have an interest of doing the perfect posture in a park for your Instagram later on. That's going to be very good photo. I did that sometimes. Okay? But at this moment, just adjust your sitting posture. And again, from this moment, we are meditating already, but there is no need to rush and close our eyes, because closing our eyes is also an art. What if I ask you to look straight as if you were looking at the horizon very far, far away? It's like there's nothing in front of you. We remove the wall, we remove the screen, and then you can see all the way to the horizon. This is how we reset the muscles here, because we use to something very close to our eyes, and that brings a lot of tension on our face. So if you can look straight without thinking about anything, and then breathe in and out, long, softly and slowly. Every time that you breathe in, you take positive energy from surroundings. And every time that you breathe out, you release and let go of everything from the mind. Whatever you have in your mind, you leave them behind for a while. Once you feel a bit more comfortable, then you slide down your eyelids very softly and gently. You don't have to press your eyelids tightly. You may leave a small gap between your eyelids. That still allows some light to penetrate your eyeballs. If that's going to make you feel more comfortable, you may half close your eyes. Then I would like you to feel relaxed in every part of your body. It's going to be easier to keep the mind without sound if the body is feeling relaxed. So let's scan the whole body and make sure that you feel relaxed. The muscles of your forehead, the muscles on your cheek and your chin, feel the flow of relaxation going down to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. The feeling is like you change your outfit from something tight to clothing that is loose and comfortable. Relax the muscles on your chest, your stomach, feel the flow of relaxation moving down to your hips, your knees, down to your feet, to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. And once you are feeling more relaxed, I would like you to imagine we're not going to worry about our body anymore, so let's imagine that you were alone in a vast empty space. In the beautiful environment surrounded by the nature. The trees, flowers, and you enjoy yourself under the blue sky, the sun shining. And you feel that this is like coming back home. You don't want anything more or anything less. You are enjoying the present moment. Here and now. Then I would like you to pay attention to your breath. You may breathe in softly, slowly, and deeply. Feel the soft awareness of the breath going in and out of your body. This is going to make your mind feel even more comfortable. I would like you to observe every time your breath is arriving and touching. An empty space inside your body. And if you breathe soft enough and deep enough, this will be around the middle of your stomach. And the feeling will be similar to when a bird's feather floating down from the sky and eventually touch a calm surface of water. Without disturbing the calmness of the water surface. So we can maintain our feeling as if something soft, something comfortable is inside the body. Let's maintain this feeling as long as you can, as soft as you can. And of course, sometimes your mind might be distracted. distracted, your mind may think about something else. That is very normal. Don't feel frustrated. Don't feel annoyed. All you have to do is to follow the breath. All the way to the center of your body. Again and again. So we keep coming back to the center very softly and gently. And feel as if something soft and gentle is inside your body, in your stomach. Again and again. And if you can maintain this feeling, there is no need to concern about your breathing anymore. You can just breathe naturally. And stay with the soft awareness at the center of your body. As long as you can. And if you got distracted, I would like you to repeat a mantra in the mind. Just repeat in the mind. Do not say it out loud. You may repeat, clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright, or the other mantra. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Do not just listen to my voice. The mantra will be more effective if you repeat on your own in your mind. Samma Arahang 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 Samma Arahang. Now I would like you to imagine further that your body is empty. Imagine as if you have nothing inside your body. No bone, no muscle, no organ, nothing inside the body but the air. And I would like you to imagine as if your body becomes very light, like a bubble or a balloon floating into the sky. And the sun in the sky is floating down to you, entering your body, floating in the middle of your stomach. I would like you to maintain this feeling as if something soft, warm and gentle is inside your body. At the center of your body, even though you don't see the sun, that is alright. Just imagine something round, something soft, something bright is inside your body, and be satisfied in whatever you can come up with. Whether the sun during the morning, during midday, or the sun that is leaving the sky, whatever you can come up with, just be satisfied without struggling for more. And at the same time, I'd like you to repeat the mantra. Samma Arahang, 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 Let the sun be the only picture that you pay attention to in your mind, and the mantra be the only voice that you pay attention to in your mind. Samma Arahang, 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 Confirm the soft and gentle oneness at the center of your body. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Feel at the center of your body, still, soft, light, comfortable. 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 And now I'd like you to imagine that you are expanding peaceful energy inside you with positive intention to everyone around you. May everyone be happy. May everyone be free from sadness. May everyone feel the inner peace that you are sharing. Imagine that you are expanding this peaceful energy further to everyone in the whole university. Doesn't matter who they are, what they do. You want all of them to be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the inner peace that you are sharing. And imagine that you are sharing this peace energy further to everyone in the city. Doesn't matter who they are, what they do. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the inner peace that you are sharing. And you imagine even further, as if you are sharing to everyone in the country, or even further, to everyone in the whole world. May everyone in the world be happy. May everyone in the world be free from sadness. May everyone in the world feel the inner peace that you are sharing. Spread your love, your kindness, your positive energy to all living beings. Without any condition. May everyone in the world be happy. May everyone in the world be free from sadness. May everyone in the world feel the inner peace that you are sharing. And now we have come to an end of our meditation. I would like you to prepare yourself for coming back. You may breathe in and out, long, softly and slowly. Feel the environment, everyone and everything around you. Feel every part of your body. And once you feel that you are ready, you may softly and slowly open your eyes, softly, slowly. Open your eyes. Dobry? How was your meditation? Did you feel relaxed? Anyone feeling relaxed? Could you raise your hands? Good. Excellent. Were there any moment in your meditation that you didn't think about anything at all, even though it was a short moment? Anyone? Okay. How was the feeling at that moment when your mind did not think about anything at all?
It was a moment of pure being.
Pure being. Anything else?
And I I felt like in the rhythm that you are reciting the mantra, I felt like I'm your rhythm.
Okay, it's like expanding maybe. Like anyone feels like light, okay, flying. Why not? Because we actually concentrate here and there is no organ over there. So once you concentrate there, slowly you withdraw from 5 senses. Anyone who was feeling like maybe you didn't feel some parts of your body, or maybe your body? Anyone? Right. So this is how you slowly withdraw from the 5 senses. Sometimes you even feel, hey, my body is gone, or the whole body is gone as well. And when I asked you to open your eyes, did anyone have a feeling like, yeah, it could be a little bit longer? Anyone? Okay. But I'm not sure if you were aware that we were meditating for 40 minutes. How long did you feel? 39? 38? 5 minutes. Wow, that's incredible. 15? 20? 25? 36? 2 hours. Okay, great. If you have a feeling like you didn't want it to end, there is one technical word. It's called sukha, which means contentment. It's like you wanted to stay there, and that is the real present moment. The real present moment means that you don't want things that you are doing to finish. Just want to keep on and on and on. It's like you really are there. Excellent. So, what about when I asked you to imagine the sun? Did you try that? Okay. How was it? Was it Shusti? Shusti? Yasni? Okay. Good. And when I asked you to share your energy, did you try that? Okay, this is called loving kindness meditation. And it's very good to actually handle maybe the feeling of anger or frustration in the mind. So if anyone who get angry very easily, who have short temper, and you practice loving kindness meditation very often, then that habit could be gone. But the conditions of doing this is you must have no condition. If you feel like, okay, I can expand, I can share to everyone in Prague, except 3 people, that doesn't work. So the condition must be no condition. Okay? No condition. I can share to everyone, my colleagues, my boss, something like that. Excellent. Any questions about meditation? Oh, you don't want to think at the moment. Don't make me think. My mind is still clear. No questions? Yes, please. Me? At once? Okay, about 3 hours. Yeah, but usually I also in my country, Thailand, at some point I also had a duty to meditate 3 hours straight, but sometimes it could be like 1 hour and then I'm out, 1 hour I'm out, 1 hour I'm out. But if I practice more, it would be 2 hours I'm out and then 1 hour. So in a very good case, could be 3 hours straight. I think this meditation is the same. We did 40 minutes, right? Some of you may have 10 you out, 10 you out, 10 you out, and 10 you out. So what you need is just practice, practice, practice. And that 10 would be longer, like 15 you out, 15 you out, and 10, right? Yeah. Great. Any other questions?
What do you think about meditating with music?
Music helps very much with relaxation. It helps to feel relaxed. But meditation is about balance. You need to feel 50% relaxation and 50% concentration. And usually when deep meditation happens, you started to withdraw from the five senses. It's like you wanted to sleep, you play some light music for sleeping, but the moment you are about to sleep, you didn't want to hear the music anymore, right? If anyone increased the volume, just switch it off, something like that. So what happens is, when we meditate, the state of the mind is very similar to dreaming. It's like you are having a conscious dream, half awake, half asleep. At that moment, you didn't want to hear any noise. You didn't want to hear anyone. So my suggestion is, if you want to meditate with music, maybe you can play music first. And once your mind is soft, relaxed, and peaceful, you switch off the music and then you stay with the silent. That would be very nice. Yes, please. Yes, but for me, I don't actually aim for a difficult pose or sophisticated movement. I just do some simple stretching because I have to meditate like many hours a day without stretching my body. That wouldn't be possible. And I travel also a lot. I sit like crammed in the airplane, economy class. That needs some stretch, actually. Just going to go back to the screen, so maybe I can show you something. Okay. All right, so basically what happened is, at the moment after you finish a meditation sessions, your mind is pretty clear, right? This is supposed to be the original state of the mind. If I would compare that with a glass of water, then you have a clear glass of water, correct? But because in our daily life, we have to think, we have to make decisions, we have a lot of worries, we have a lot of troubles. We drop some ink into our water, and the water loses quality. If you have to deal with a lot of troubles, a lot of stuff in your life, then you have a lot of ink. As a result, things that you're supposed to see, things that are in the water, you can't see that very easily. So, yeah, there are different kinds, different colors of light as well. And FYI, for information, if any one of you is seeing some light, seeing some colors in your meditation, that's how the ink are about to settle down. You have more clarity. When your mind starts to be clearer, all the ink will settle down to the bottom, and the translucency of the water actually creates some light and also bring some colors in your meditation. It doesn't really make some sense at the moment. It doesn't mean that, oh, today I see green in my meditation, so tomorrow green will be my lucky color. Doesn't work that way, okay? But when your mind is not clear, okay, let me ask you a question. What do you see on the left photo? Crocodile, yes? Can we claim that there's no crocodile in the right photo? We can't claim that, right? Why? Because the water isn't clear, correct? Can we claim better now? Yes? Why? Because the water is clear. So when the water is clear, you make better decisions because your mind is clear. It's like you wear glasses. If you wear glasses and the glasses are dirty and you look at people's faces, what do you see? Their faces become clean or dirty? Dirty. Is that their fault or maybe yours? It's our responsibility to clean the glasses, right? But if we don't clean the glasses, our judgment, our decisions cannot be always accurate. And maybe, for example, if you go to the city center of Prague and you ask, you can try that tomorrow, okay? 100 people, or maybe 50. You ask them one simple question. Are you a good person? What would be expected answer from all of them? Yeah. They would probably look at you strangely and they, yeah. But my good, your good, his good, their good, are they the same or not? What do you think? Probably not the same, right? And that's how the problem happens in society. We try to use our own judgment to maybe judge people. And we even do not take care of our mind. So mindfulness simply means how we are also aware of the quality of our mind, whether we need to clean it or not. Okay? Do you clean your body? You do it every day, right? If not, don't come close to me. You do it every day because you want your body to be clean. If your body is not clean, probably you can smell your body, right? That's an indicator. But can you smell your mind? Can you smell? Yeah, I have to clean my mind today. Probably not. You can't smell your mind, right? As a result, you need to clean your mind regularly. Anyone who clean the mind every day? No? Okay. Every one person, every week? Okay, good. Every month? Okay. Every time you see a monk? That's going to be to feel. Maybe more often, okay? Maybe you brush your teeth every day, right? You want your teeth to be clean. Why don't you clean your mind every day? So this is how we make sure that all the decisions that we make, all the judgment that we have, all the feeling that we have, they are all accurate because our perspective is clear. And the clear perspective is everything. That will influence your mindset, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you do, the way you live your life, and that goes on. That's the beginning of everything. If you don't understand, sometimes you can't accept, right? Right? If you don't understand, how could you accept? If someone would say something to you in French and you don't speak French, and then he asks you, you have to accept that. You don't want to accept because you don't understand, right? If you don't understand, you can't accept. And if you can't accept, you can't let go. So if you have a little problem of letting things go from your mind, begins with the quality of your mind. If your mind isn't clear, you don't understand. If you don't understand, you don't accept. And if you don't accept, you can't let it go. If your mind is clear, you can let go very easily. And that's the importance of mindfulness practice. Alright, so if I have maybe 3 more minutes, good. I like to play a song for you. I'm going to be a DJ. Okay? Good. Not this one, sorry.
Let's come together to open the way.
Everyone wants to change the world, but very few people want to change themselves. The weather is something that we cannot control. We cannot control the sun. We cannot control economics. We cannot control politics. We cannot control people around us all the time. Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. We cannot control even our body. Because if you can control your body, you wouldn't have some extra lines to take care of, right? As a result, we have to make sure we get some cosmetic from the airports and to remove some extra wrinkles. Or maybe when you get sick, you can't even move your body, right? So even our body, we cannot control it. The only thing that we can control, but we never really try to control it, is our own mind. It's the only thing that we can possibly control, but we never really try to control it. So I believe, and I think this song tells everything, that if we change our mind, we change the world. And this should be a new trend, something that many people around the world are doing this. So I hope you will consider changing your mind and begin changing the world from within. Thank you.